Street Band. One of my favorite songs. I love that song. So thank you for that this morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto. How is everyone this morning? Fantastic. It's great to have you with us. It's great to have your energy right here. Hello. And it's great to be alive, isn't it? Yes, it is. Well, I've got some things that I want to make sure that you know about. So first of all, classes are in full swing. We're continuing self-mastery on Wednesday nights at 7:30. We start on Thursday night, this coming Thursday, The Untethered Soul, which will be taught by our very own Helen Velo. And that'll be on Thursdays at 7 o'clock. I'm also going to invite Helen to come up here for just a moment because she has something she wants to tell you about.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So the women's group is on Monday, September 30th from 7 to 9. And it's going to be a little different this time because I ran to the back to get this, and now I'm out of breath.
Wait. It's going to be different because you're going to let men come this time?
I don't know. Are we letting the men come this time? Sorry. When I was in Asilomar, I signed up for this session in the afternoon, and the only reason I signed up for it was because a ministerial student that I had met in Vancouver in February was co-hosting it. So I thought I'd go and support him, and it said something about some kind of game, and I was like, yeah, well, I'll just go and support Jeffrey. And I walk in, and I'm like, oh no, this is not good. This is going to be the most boring 2 hours and 15 minutes of my life. And I was so wrong. This game, Catalyst. Hold it up there, Jonathan.
Very nice. Little Carol Merrill. Yes.
Can you tell I've done commercial training?
Yes.
So good. And so is the game. It was created by women at the Bodhi Center in Chicago. And it was brilliant. You come with an intention or a question or something that you want some insight around. It is the most well put together, thoughtful, mindful game where you get these insights that are just illuminating, and it's a lot of fun. So I thought, oh my God, this is what I want to do with the women's group, because we can just have a lot of fun, but also really, it's science of mind, and you just walk away with these great insights. So that's what we're doing. So I ordered the games. They're also for sale in the bookstore for
$40. $40.
So you can come and try it out, and then you can give them for Christmas gifts. Yada, yada, yada. I'll stop now.
All right.
But that's what we're going to do on Monday, September 30th.
Sounds like fun. Here, I can take care of that for you. You can take that. I'll take this, and we will continue on. So that sounds like a lot of fun. It does make me think, though, that I have been in. See, now I'm going to announce something that I'm not ready to really announce yet. But I am going to put together a men's group at some point. I just haven't really decided when it's going to happen, because I think the men should have just as much fun as the women are having. We'll see. So that's what's happening. I do want to just also remind you that on October 6th, immediately following service, is going to be Shop Your Girlfriend's Closet. I talked about that last week. There are flyers up in the front now about that. And mark your calendars, save the date. December 6th is going to be our benefit fundraiser, which is called A Broadway Christmas. So that's what's happening around the center. And, all right, who's starting in class with me on Tuesday? Stand up.
Oh.
I want you to know that these 4 who are here, present in the room right here and right now, and there are actually 6 other people who are starting, no. I trust me, I know what I'm talking about, are starting with me on Tuesday night, will be their first class to become licensed practitioners. You can sit down. These 10 people have committed themselves to a 2-year course of study is a rigorous course of study, but it is so fulfilling. And, if you've ever thought about potentially becoming a practitioner, you can always talk to me about that. But it really is a life's calling, and I'm really excited to start training these beautiful, beautiful souls in practitioner studies. So that's happening this week. 2 years starting this week. Think about that.
Pack a
2
big
years. So here we are. We are here to celebrate not just that, but we're here to celebrate an idea that is totally, that I like to believe that I totally embody at all times in every moment of my day. Does that happen? Absolutely yes.
I know. You all weren't at rehearsal this
But you know
morning.
what? Here's the thing. Even when it feels like you're not embodying it, you're embodying it. That's the thing to start to recognize, so that when you can consciously take yourself in the direction of feeling good about whatever is showing up in your life, about whatever circumstances are showing up in your life, it is up to each and every one of us to start to recreate our relationship to those circumstances, so that even if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed today, I know that I'm in charge of how I feel. And I can turn it around. So that's what I'm here to celebrate. It's a celebration of this one idea that there is one power in the universe, and we're all part of that power, each and every one of us, individualized as that power. So we celebrate this in myriad ways. What are you looking at? You're so attentive, Tanis. I just love it. One of the things that we do, because we do come here, it is a celebration, but I love reading the Declaration of Principles together. So I'm going to invite everyone to stand up, and let's read together on the back of your songbooks the Declaration of Principles. And again, as I always say, check in with yourself and make a determination. Does this resonate with me? Do I believe this? Because you are making a statement into a law that corresponds directly to your thought. So really check in to see how you feel about this. I believe in one living spirit, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. I believe this one manifests itself in and through all creation. I believe in the individualization of the spirit, and that all people are individualizations of the one spirit. I believe that heaven is within, and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. I believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence. I believe in the eternality, immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. You can be seated. I believe that heaven is within, and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. That is a very powerful statement, because it serves as a reminder to me that there is nothing we're working toward, ever. We're not trying to get somewhere. We're not really even trying to attain enlightenment. Do you know that? There are many people who will come to this philosophy thinking, I'm trying to attain something. Stop trying to attain it and recognize that you are it right here and right now, because that's the truth. And here to take us into a little bit of a deeper truth, I'm going to invite to the lectern our practitioner of the day, Mary Ellen Cassie.
Thank you, Jonathan. And it's so nice to see everyone here. And oh my gosh, I just get so moved. I could just live here, live in this presence, which I do anyways, but not here in Toronto. God, there's no accidents. I'm going to talk about one in a minute, but my reading today, and it wasn't mine, but life goes on. So this morning at 6:30, I'm led to, I thought, what am I going to read today? I always read Jonathan's title, and I thought, okay, well, I know that there isn't such a thing, but that's all right. So what am I going to find to read? Because that threw a little spoke in my wheel of belief system over here. So, but on page 408 of Ernest Holmes' Science of Mind, I was led to this because of your title. Our consciousness of God is our real self, and I'll capitalize the self now since I'm taking self-mastery. And at the same time, it is both personal and impersonal. It is personal in that it is personified through us, each of us. Those are my words, not in here. Sorry, Ernest. And it is impersonal in that we are all using a universal power. When we know that we are using such a power, all doubt as to our ability to use it will vanish, and our words will be spoken with spontaneous reliance on truth. So that passage came to me and I said, I have no idea what I'm going to speak about today. That's my short little reading. I could carry on because I just love him. And there's no secret about that. His intelligence. But as I was coming down the mountain, I live in Hamilton, and so yes, I know people, I call it a mountain. People remind me it's an escarpment. It's quite okay. I'm one of those people that live in Hamilton, and I say a mountain. But it was thank you. It was very interesting, I have to say. Do I decide to take the link? Do I do the downtown mountain? Okay, so I come down at 8:23. I leave my home and I start to come, and I thought, okay, I'm getting down. I got on King Street. Good timing because I'm meeting people. There is police everywhere. I thought in Hamilton. I've never seen so many police. Dozens of cars, roped off areas. So right away, I say to myself, as I'm driving, oh my God, what has to be happening? This is now 8:30 in the morning. I've never seen more than one police car at a time, basically. But there is. I had a juicy story going on. And I say juicy because I can create my life, and I create drama or race consciousness. Somebody was murdered. There was a robbery at the store because I just caught glimpses of the stores that were there because I don't live in that area. And I thought, oh. Or I can step back into the truth, knowing the reading I had just picked up, and live in the truth. And I go into prayer immediately. And so my consciousness that everyone is God being fully expressed in this moment. That changed. I had this shift. Knowing all is well in all their lives and everything is unfolding perfectly. I don't need to know the circumstances. I don't need to know what's going on. I need to stay in the truth and live the presence. So this was the truth for me. So I said earlier I was going to get off and meet some people, and the phone rang just as I got to the exit to leave the 403. Change happens again in my life. All is well. All is well. I go into the truth again and I say, I am bathed, I am bathed in this essence of God presence. There's no accidents. None. The third one coming in, I get in off the lakeshore and I see all these beautiful trees and they're changing color. And I used to say they change color, and fall is one of my favorite seasons. However, they're really becoming alive. When Jonathan just stood here and said, you're alive. You are alive in this presence. Where is your color? Where's your real true colors? I know where mine are, and I wear them every now and again. But every time I look, this God's presence is not, it doesn't stop, it's continuous. And so I'm so excited for hearing the practitioners, the people standing up and coming into the teachings. Your life won't be the same tomorrow morning, won't be the same after, is it Tuesday, did you say? Tuesday? You'll still be breathing, but you'll know that we are breathed. The trees are changing colors, not because they know to change, because of the divine presence in this universe that I am one in. And so for me, I was so blessed before I arrived. And I'm even more blessed in all of your presence because you're not only my community, but you're my love, my life, my light. The face of God, the divine presence within and without. I invite you to look inside your mirror. Stand in front and see the beauty of who you really are. This is the truth. So, my affirmation, I've changed it again, so I'm staying with the one I have. It comes to me and I sit here and I write it this morning while the singing goes on and I'm going to go with it. I am renewed in oneness, continuously being breathed by this indwelling presence. I call it spirit. I know it's long, but I ask you to say, I am renewed in oneness.
I am renewed in oneness.
Continuously being breathed.
Continuously being breathed.
By this indwelling presence.
By this indwelling presence.
I call spirit.
I call spirit.
Namaste.
Beautiful. Relax right into that moment. Relax right into the understanding, the deeper understanding of that affirmation. It is the truth of who you are. Each of us are continuously breathed as spirit. We are inspiration. We are love. Each and every one of us, a perfect individualized point of power. Each and every one of us, a perfect individualized point of peace. Each and every one of us, a perfect expression of light. And so as we sing today, A Light in This World, together, it's on page 4 if you want to look, allow yourself to simply resonate with this idea that there is only one light, and we are each of us contributing as that light to a greater expansion of life throughout the universe. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. Sing that again. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright.
I know that there is one divine presence operating in and through and being me. There's one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is my life now. That life is your life now. I invite you to embrace this, that God's life is your life now. It is my life. It is being me, operating in and through me. There's no coincidences, and I am never, ever separate. I place my hand on my heart, and I feel that I am breathed, and that is my divine indwelling presence. There's no separation, no anxiety, no fear. I step right into this divine presence. I am immersed into this field of creative intelligence, which I am and you are. With every breath and every step I take, I go out into the day. I am not becoming, I am being. I am being this divine presence. I state clearly, absolutely, and believe without a shadow of a doubt within me that my truth is that I am a spiritual being living in a spiritual world. The atmosphere is all around me, and I drink it in. I am renewed, I am revitalized. This truth that I embrace is that I am complete health. I am perfect and complete joy, love, life and light, and beauty and harmony coursing right through my body here and now, and it is coursing through yours. And I say yes. I say yes to this knowingness, yes to this truth. I am alive and I am well. And it is in this gratitude in this open heart, that my words spoken are God's words flowing through me. Knowing that it is done, all is resolved in my world. I trust and I know that my life unfolds perfectly right here, right now, at every time. And I can state for a fact that it is the truth for you as well. I boldly move forward. I boldly move forward into this truth, into this divine grace that is mine. It shows up everywhere, and I say yes. I release and I let go of these words into the law, knowing it is done. It is done. And together we say, and so it is.
So recognize in every person you see, we're going to sing You Are a Light now. Recognize that in every person you encounter here and throughout the rest of your day. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And let's affirm that we are the light. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. We shine, we shine, we shine, we shine, we shine. We do shine. Feel it, feel it, feel it. So you said something so perfect in your treatment, and it sparked me in that moment. When you use the word, first of all, boldly. Let's step boldly into our lives. Let's step boldly into love. Let's step boldly into the light as the light. But the thing that really caught me today was resolve. 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 You can resolve anything, which is simply resolving from the understanding that you are God. Each and every one of you is a perfect individualized expression of the divinity of the universe. And we can resolve anything that we experience. So if you're experiencing something right now that maybe seems a little challenging, it does happen occasionally.
Yes, it does.
Yes. What you talking about, Tanis?
Nothing.
Nothing. If you are in need of resolving something, know that you have the capacity to do that. Know that you have the capacity to do that. You can do it yourself, but if you need help, you can also work with those of us who have committed ourselves to a life of understanding this principle and embodying this principle and helping you embody this principle. It's myself as a minister, the practitioners, Helen and Margaret Ann and Mary Ellen, who are our currently licensed practitioners in this center, and soon to be new licensed practitioners in a couple of years. So we are here to help you if you need help. Just know that. Wow. Okay, what am I doing now?
You're listening to the band.
Not quite yet. Let's read together the statement of Dr. Ernest Holmes on the cover of our songbook.
I tried.
Recognizing that as you read this, you are making an affirmation of truth into that law. So let's read it together. I am happy and complete today and forever. Within me is that which is perfect and complete. It is the spirit of all life, truth, and action. I am happy in the certain knowledge of this inner light. I radiate joy and life, for life is within me now. Yes, it is. And here to radiate joy and life for all of us is our band, and it's going to be led today in this song that is written by you, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Written by Pierre Gautreau. Please welcome Pierre Gautreau on the Queen Street Band.
It's an oldie but a goodie called Give What I Got to Give. So walking around town, have you heard the news? Well, apparently we all got free will, we all get to choose. Are you singing love songs, or are you singing the blues? Now you've got your way, and I've got mine. By the universal central line, attracting to us what we believe all of the time. So I'll give what I got to give, I'll give what I got to give with love. I'll give what I got to give, I'll give what I got to give with love. What I got to give what I got to give with love. It always brings the sun out, which breaks the dark cloud above. Now hey there in the mirror, what's it gonna be? 'Cause you know that release in the past, well, that will always set you free. And there's only love, it's plain to see, that can take away the pain and the misery. Hey. So I'll give what I got to give, I'll give what I got to give with love. I'll give what I got to give, I'll give what I got to give with love. I said I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. And it always brings the sun out, which breaks the dark cloud above. Come on, Aaron. think of how I'm feeling, and it isn't quite appealing. There are two things that I can do. Well, I can still play the game and feel the same, or put my foot in the other shoe. So I give what I got to give what I got to give with love. I'll give what I got to give, I'll give what I got to give with love. I said I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. It always brings the sun out, which breaks the dark cloud above. Well, it always brings the sun out, which breaks the dark cloud. Which breaks the dark cloud. Which breaks the dark cloud above. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna give what I gotta give.
Oh, yeah. Pierre Gautreau and the Queen Street Band. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, gosh. I am so grateful to have demonstrated in my life a brilliant band for my ministry. Not only was I clear that I was going to end up in Toronto, right? You've all heard the story. You know, I can make the story about an hour long. You really want me to tell you the story again?
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay. All right. So, okay. I'm gonna do this as quickly as I can because I know a lot of you are gonna be like, I've heard this story a million times.
I'm hearing about us.
All right. Because you're very powerful minds. All right, so here's what happened. I was not brought up in church. I was not brought up in a religion. I was not brought up, you just heard this like 2 nights ago. So funny. I was not brought up in religion at all. Didn't go to church growing up. And it was kind of I don't do that. Like, I don't do church. It's not my thing. Right? So in 1997, I was living in New York City, and I was there ostensibly to have a career as an actor, singer, you know. I move well. I can almost do a triple time step, not quite, but no, I move well. But certainly actor, singer, and that was really my passion that I was living at that point in my life. So here's what happens. In 1997, I'm dating this guy who actually lives in Toronto, and he comes to New York quite frequently. And that's how we got to know each other. So he would always be coming down to, did I say he comes down to Toronto? He would come down to New York. You know what I meant. Anyway. So at one point, we'd been seeing each other for a while on weekends, and I said, well, I think I should come up and see you in Toronto. And so I took a 9-hour Greyhound bus ride from New York City to Toronto because I was, an actor living in Manhattan. I was awfully poor. I couldn't afford a plane ride. And that's a like $75, trip. So I take this 9-hour bus ride up to Toronto. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I love this city. I fell in love with the city. I was only here for like 3 days, and one of those days was spent at Wonderland. And I still wanted to come back. I just want to point that out. No, but there were other things that happened. Anyway, so then I go back to New York, and things kind of fizzled. But I always thought, oh, I love Toronto, and I really want to find a way to be there at some point. But in the profession that I was in, there's not really a way for me to immigrate, right? Because, trust me, there is no shortage of actors in Toronto. Right, Tanis? So I thought, well, unless a show takes me there, it's probably never going to happen in my life. So I moved to Los Angeles in 2000, and I'm still not doing the church thing. But I get cast in this production, and it's always been in my mind, oh, Toronto, I love Toronto. But I get cast in this production of Angels in America, which takes me to the NoHo Arts Center, which was the theater where the show was being produced. Well, I did know that there was this church that met there on Sundays, and the owner of the building was the minister. And, I thought, oh, well, I can just go do my little show, and I don't have to involve myself with the church side of that business. And I'm having a conversation with somebody before one of the performances of the show, and doing the small talk thing and saying, oh, I'm single, yada, yada, yada. And she says, oh, there's this really great guy who I think you would really hit it off with. He comes to our church on Sundays. I'm like, I don't do church. I'm not, isn't that funny that we do the cross? I'm like, I don't do church, but here's the cross. It's like, it's not my thing. I don't do it. So I am convinced, finally, after some cajoling, to go meet this guy. And it was lovely. We went on one date. That was kind of it. But I sat down in that first service, and I was absolutely bowled over with what I was hearing. It was a life-changing experience for me. And I have barely missed a Sunday since. And it was about 6 months after that I was sitting in service, and I looked down at the then very dear friend of mine, Reverend James Mellon, and thought, I'm supposed to be a minister. Having not grown up in a church, all of a sudden it was very clear to me what my life's calling was. So that's when I started studying to become a minister. And all through ministerial school, I kept thinking, where would I like to have a ministry? Where would I like to have a ministry? And I had lots of different lists of locations. Toronto was on every single one of those lists. The last week of ministerial studies is called your intensive week. And you go, I went to Monterey, and you sit in 12-hour workshops every day for a week and being taught ministry. And it's sort of about the workshops, but what they really don't tell you, plug your ears, those of you who are about to start ministerial school, is they're actually observing you. They have a panel of ministers who are actually observing you in the workshops and taking notes on you to determine whether or not they think you're going to actually be a good minister. And then at the end of that week, you go and you sit in a panel where you're grilled for an hour by 3 ordained ministers. And then they make the determination whether or not you are qualified to be a minister. At the end of that, they are given a letter. I opened my letter, and it said that I was qualified to be a minister, and I went and wrote on Facebook, hi Tony, I wrote on Facebook, I passed. This was July of 2011. All I wrote was, I passed. Tony knew what I was talking about, and he wrote back that day and said, congratulations, by the way, our minister just resigned, we need a minister. He was here in Toronto. So since 1997, I had wanted to live here, and now, almost 15 years later, it happened. It is a testament to the power of mind. If you set your mind on something, it must demonstrate in some capacity. It must demonstrate. Where is your mind? That's the thing to check in on today. Because some people see, oh, actually, it's good. I'm able to tie this into my talk. Some people might have said it was just luck. Right? Some people might say that. It's just luck. Oh, it was just a lucky happenstance that Toronto happened to be available at that time. There is nothing lucky about it, because you want to know something? There is no such thing as luck. There is absolutely no such thing as luck. A lot of people rely on luck in their lives, and today I'm here to tell you, do not rely on luck. It doesn't happen. Luck does not happen. Do you know why luck does not happen? If you believe in luck, you believe that something can go wrong. Really hear that. If you believe in luck, you believe that there is something that can go wrong. So what is the tendency when you pray? Is the tendency when you pray to believe that you are going to be bestowed some aspect of a lucky happenstance in answer to your prayer? Or do you pray with the understanding that is so firmly rooted in an understanding of who you are, which is God, by the way, because there is no other thing out there, it is you, it is who you are. Is that the point of view from which you pray? Do you pray as God?
Yes.
Awesome. Carmen does. How about the rest of you? Ernest Holmes puts it kind of like this. Do you consider in praying that God is some far-off being whom you would approach with doubt in your thought, wondering if by some good luck you might be able to placate God or persuade him of the wisdom of your request. I know I've talked about prayer before, and it is one of the main tools we use. I mean, we pray on Sundays. I pray all the time. One of my goals in my experience of life is to really embody the understanding that every word that comes out of my mouth, every belief that I have, every thought that I have is prayer. Because it's all demonstrating in some capacity in my life. Everything I think, everything I feel, everything that is going on with me is showing up in form in my life. So when I start to constructively put my focus on a deeper understanding of that and say, I refuse anything that is destructive in my life, I create only the constructive. That's really where I'm working towards. And there are ministers who have, again, Dr. Sue Rubin, brilliant minister, and every word that comes out of her mouth is prayer. From this understanding that she is an embodiment of the divine. Where are you on this journey? Again, today it's like, let's check in. Where are we on this journey? Honor where you are. Honor where you are. Now, how many of you, this is a rhetorical question, just check in with yourself. How many of you pray still with some idea that there is something out there to which you are praying? Because that really is what we call the difference between prayer in the traditional sense, that a lot of people will think of prayer as praying to God, and prayer in our philosophy, which we also call spiritual mind treatment, which I've said I'm trying to get away from using the word treatment because, let's face it, it's prayer, right? Let's reclaim that word. Just like I came into this ministry and I said, we are reclaiming the understanding in the word God. Because God is not some far-off being. God is who we are. It is what we are. It is the point at which we are expressing life. We are living God's life. We are praying God's prayers as us. So today I'm asking you for a deeper sensibility. To really start to focus in your life this week on a deeper sensibility that you are the prayer. You are that which you seek already, because that which you seek is infinitely expressing through you. Now we actually had, I finished last week's talk with, did I just do that? With, that's not even, it's so ridiculous. It's not even, there's no H in that.
There is now.
Yes, there is. It's the Canadian spelling, right? Just kidding. I'm just kidding, oh my gosh. Now I finished last week's talk, and I invited you all to go into prayer with me, right? And it was a prayer around Syria. And it was the prayer that had been written by Dr. Kathy Hearn, who at one point was the spiritual leader of our entire organization. Do you know that prayer works? Did you recognize the demonstration that occurred this week? Actually, there was a demonstration this week. Actually, there were many demonstrations around this week. But there's one specifically that I kind of alluded to, and I didn't even realize because it was not, well, maybe it was in consciousness somewhere, but there was actually a deeper demonstration that you may not even be aware of. Did you hear what happened in Sweden? Sweden is granting permanent residency status to any Syrian refugee that is already in Sweden. They're talking about bringing into their community thousands of people who are already there. I get goosebumps thinking about it. Because I believe wholeheartedly, 100%, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that it was our conscious, focused awareness on a solution last week that led to that demonstration. We contributed to that. Do you believe that? Yes. Awesome. Now, I'm going to tell you something about that then this may actually cause you to say, wait a second, how could we have contributed to that? Because Sweden actually made that announcement on September 3rd. We prayed last week, which was the 8th, right? There is no time in the mind of God. Absolutely no time in the mind of God. We still contributed to that demonstration, even though in our experience of time and space, it happened prior to the prayer. This is a very heady concept, so don't get too lost in it, because it's one of the things that really confuses people. So don't, if you're going, well, that doesn't make any sense to me, just be okay with it not making sense to you in the moment. But the truth is, if we believe that there is time involved in anything we pray about, then we're going to be waiting a long time to demonstrate. So demonstrations can happen prior to praying, because there is no time. Time is a construct that is man-made. We believe that time exists so that we can have an experience of time and space, so that we can have a construct around which we actually narrow down an infinite understanding. If you really step into the infinite, all form and all time dissipates. Now, I'm not saying go to that place of dissipation of all time and form. I actually really enjoy my experience of time. I'm enjoying the experience of living in this body. I'm enjoying my experience with you. I'm enjoying community. I'm enjoying this city. So it's really okay that I get to experience time. But boy, I'll tell you, the more I understand and the more I embody this concept that when I pray there is no time, boy, demonstrations, boom, just like that. So what does luck have to do with it? Now, there are people who could say that it was just a lucky coincidence that Sweden had made this announcement, and maybe it was in my mind somewhere. It was. Ooh. Because it was in the universal mind. We just narrowed it down and made it very cohesive so that we could all understand it in that moment. But people might say, well, it was just lucky. It was just lucky. And I called today's talk, actually, no, so I'll tell you, as luck would have it is the title of today's talk. It's because I was sitting there on Friday the 13th thinking, people consider this an unlucky day. Like, well, that's in your own mind. If you believe it's going to be unlucky, you will start to find the things that support that belief in your experience. But again, if you're relying on this concept of as luck would have it, there is room for failure. And part of it is that if you believe in luck and you believe that you can be unlucky, you will find the proof. You will absolutely find the proof. It's just like being a victim. If you have a victim mentality, you will find perpetrators in your life to be victimized by. If you eliminate the concept that you are a victim, no one can be a perpetrator against you. Breathe. How many of us, oh, here's a good one, especially for the actors. How many of us are looking for a lucky break? Looking for that one gig that's gonna make it all happen, right? Trust me. I was right there with you for a very long time. The one lucky trick that's going to make everything work out. How many of us are looking for that in any aspect of our lives, whether you're an actor or not? There are places where I still think, so I'm going to cop to it, right? There are still places where I think, oh, wouldn't it be so lucky if X happened? Oh, it'd be so lucky. Wait a second. No, I know a deeper truth. Luck does not make anything work out. A clear, focused, precise mind that is so grounded in the understanding of who and what you are is what makes things demonstrate in your experience. When I talk about demonstration, how many of you know what I'm talking about? Demonstration means what I put my mind on shows up in my experience. What shows up is the demonstration. I just want to make sure, because I throw that word around a lot, and I just want to make sure that people understand what the heck I'm talking about. So, stop looking for luck in your life. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So what do you do? What do you do when you get rid of luck in your life? Luck is success, and I love this. This is actually the dictionary definition. Luck is the success or failure, which would be bad luck, right? Brought on by chance rather than one's actions. So, what are actions you can take in life to step away from luck? Choice. Start to make choices. Don't sit in the idea. That's so good. So good. You're right on. Are you looking at my notes? She is in self-mastery on Wednesday nights. Start looking at your life as a series of choices. Now, how many of you are unwilling to make choices or get a little, you're not sure, I don't know. And it can be as simple as, Helen, what shall we do for dinner? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Why don't you make the choice? How many of you do that? How many of you give up your choice in life to something else? And yet, here's what's probably happening for every single one of us, because I guarantee you it happens when I think of it. When I say, why don't you make the choice, I'm really hoping that they make the choice that I've already made in mind. Why don't you just stand firm in the choice that you've already made and say, this is what we're doing. Helen, we're having Thai food.
Okay, let's order in.
Yes, perfect. Because I'm not cooking either. Stop not making choices. And I think the reason we end up not making choices a lot of the time is out of fear. Because, you're making a choice, but you don't know what the outcome is going to be, right? Wrong. You do know what the outcome is going to be. It's going to be demonstration in some capacity in your life. No demonstration will happen unless you make a choice. Now, the question that I then have is, when you make the choice and the demonstration that follows is not something that feels good, well, what do you do then? Make another choice. Do something else. You're never stuck. God is an infinite energy. And if we think that God is only going to put us in this direction because we made this choice 10 years ago, oh my gosh, we're totally wrong. Totally wrong. I made a choice at one point in my life to move to New York City. It was a lovely choice. I lived there for 3 years. It was not the most constructive choice in my life, and I really floundered in those 3 years, which is why I ended up making a new choice and going to LA, which was the choice I had made prior to going to New York City, but I got all excited one year when I went to New York City on spring break, and I thought, oh, this is the place I gotta live. I am fully capable of making a new choice at any given moment in my life so that I know that my life moves forward in a constructive way. And so are you. I'm like, am I even, this is the, it's like, there's a choice. I can either follow my notes or I can let the Spirit move through me. Go, Spirit, go. Ah. And so it is. More and more. You know what just occurred to me? I have made a choice that I've not been willing to admit to in public yet. And I'm going to stand here firmly in front of each and every one of you and tell you about that choice now. So, as you know, I'm not tremendously thrilled with the space we currently occupy, right? I mean, it's quaint, as I described it when I first came here. I'm like, oh, this is a quaint space. It's all right. And we have done so much. I mean, let me tell you, we have done so much to this space. And it's so, I feel like we make it more and more our home all the time in a very deep and profound way. And yet, it's still not right for me. How do you feel? Do you feel like this is the right space for our community? No. What are we going to do about it?
Make a choice.
We're going to make a choice. Here's the choice that I'm going to suggest. Oh, I'm actually saying this out loud. You ready, Helen? Helen and I have talked about this. But I'm now in a public forum going to say, I have a full intention that this community, when this property goes on sale, that we will buy this plot. We will buy these buildings. From what the landlord has said, he's not going to be ready probably for another 2 years. But we're going to buy this plot of land. We're going to buy these buildings, and we're going to rip them down. And we are going to build on this location the center that is right for us. Last November, I can tell you, it was Remembrance Day last November. I talked about how this space can no longer contain who we say we are. And this is stepping into that choice a little bit more fully and a little bit more concretely. What I intend for this space is a beautiful, at least 300-seat sanctuary, beautiful office spaces, outdoor space, a beautiful room for the youth program, prayer rooms, massage rooms. I want to have a 24/7 center for spiritual living where you can come at any time and feel connected to spirit, to be spiritually nourished. It's not just, I've been saying it a lot lately, it's not just about being here on Sundays. It's not even just about being here for class. When you need spiritual nourishment, where do you go if this place is closed? Exactly. Let's not close. Let's find a way to make it available all the time. That, to me, is an exciting concept for what this is turning into. It is no longer about church. So I can now continue to say, I know, Tony's pointing at the clock. I can now continue to say, I'm not a church guy. I may be a minister, but I'm not a church guy. Because to me, this is not church. This is community. And I am grateful for every single one of you engaging in this community, as a part of this community, and wanting and desiring to step into something deeper. But we must make the choice together to step into what is next. So are you ready to go on this journey with me? Yes. Awesome. I will start collecting checks at the door. But you know what? Let's even step away from that concept. Yes, in the world of form, we're going to have to come up with a down payment to purchase a plot of land that already has buildings on it. That's going to be something that we have to do. But I trust fully, and my faith is so firmly rooted in the concept that my source is spirit and not you. The center source is not just you. It is coming from a deeper, from a higher place, from a deeper place, from a place that is infinite. So if I understand that God is the source and substance of my supply and your supply and the center's supply, I trust fully, 100%, that when it is required in the world of form, we will have it. Is there anyone who has a doubt about the concept that this can happen and will happen? You don't have to raise your hand. Again, it's a rhetorical question. But check in with yourself from that place of doubt, because it is now our responsibility as a spiritual community to eliminate the doubt. And we each do that in our own individual minds. Each and every one of us is now responsible for this vision, because it's not just my vision. It is a vision for a community in this city of Toronto that is bursting and ready to be out there to bring in more like-minded people and expand this teaching, expand this philosophy, and expand into a deeper sensibility so that we can shift the consciousness of this entire planet. The goal of the Centers for Spiritual Living as a whole, their vision statement is to create a world that works for everyone. And we are contributing to that in our own personalized way. First of all, you contribute to it every single week just by showing up. Not just here, but showing up in your own life as a conscious, thinking individual. Ernest Holmes warns against buying into race consciousness. Race consciousness being the collective consciousness of a group of people. We have created a race consciousness in this room right now with the deeper understanding of what we are creating as a community. That is a race consciousness. Any place where there is doubt is contributing to that race consciousness in a way that is doubtful. But I trust and know right here, right now, and these are the words of Ernest Holmes, that I am not bound by the superstitions of the race. I no longer fear God or the universe in which I live. I have implicit confidence in the supreme good, and I permit it to flow through me and to bless everything I contact. It is no mistake that I ended up here. It is no mistake that I ended up here. It is no mistake that I attracted into my experience all of you. We're all part of a vision. We are all part of a grand vision, each and every one of us. And we are waiting. Now, right now, it seems like we have been waiting. Actually, that's the way I really wanted to phrase it. It seems like we have been waiting for the conditions to be just right. The conditions will never be right until we decide the conditions are right. And so I'm making a decision for us as a community. The conditions are right now. This center is a center for spiritual living. It is my conviction now that you can call upon this center anytime and be spiritually nourished. It's not something in the future that we're going to create. It is created in mind right here and right now. And so all we need to do is relax back and let it unfold. Are you ready for that? Yes. Are you willing to be in that place with me? Yes. Great, because I am not willing to wait a long time. It must be now. We have, each and every one of us, divine natural authority. That is the DNA that creates, no matter what. And together, we are, right here, right now, creating a world that works for everyone. Namaste. I get very excited about these things. Did you just say I'm shy?
Yeah.
I'm not shy. I can act shy sometimes. So we have come to that point in the service where we make our contribution, our investment in the center, our tithe, our gift, whatever you call it. It is a financial expression that is in support of a deeper idea. And as we contribute, each and every one of us, understand that in the contribution, it's on my phone. My phone's in my desk. I'm not even going to go look for it. I had some quote that was really exciting, and I forgot to write it down. Anyway, but as we give, it is an opening of reception. As we give, so we receive. As we receive, we give. It is a perfect flow. It is a perfect expression of currency in this expression of life. So let's read together, as you hold what you have to offer to the center today, the divine givingness statement on the back of our songbooks. I know that God is the source of all supply, and that money is God in action. I know that my good is here now. I claim an abundance of money to spare and share. I know that true prosperity includes perfect health, perfect wealth, and perfect happiness. I bless all that I have now, and I bless the increase. I give thanks for this good. I know that my gift today goes forward to heal and bless. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center and know that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. We're going to sing I Love, which is on page 29 of your songbooks. And you can stand and stretch and dance as the baskets go around.
I live, I breathe, I give, I receive, I laugh, I love, I'm a part of what's here, what has been, what's still to be seen. I live, I breathe, I love. I live, I breathe. receive. I laugh, I love. I'm a part of what's here, what has been, what's still to be seen. I live, I breathe, I love, love, love. I live, I breathe, I love. I live, I breathe, I love.
And so I will invite Margaret Ann. No, Mary Ellen, excuse me. I'm going to invite Mary Ellen to come and do a blessing over our offering. You can be seated.
And as I bless these tithes, these gifts, these generous gifts from all of us, I reaffirm for myself and for all present and all online that there is this one divine presence operating in and through all of our lives. I am one with this divine mind. My mind is this divine mind of God. I am the DNA. I didn't know Jonathan was using that reference, but the DNA, and I look at the plant on the table, and I invite all of us to know that oneness is in the delicacy of each petal, of each greenery. This greenery, whether it's in checks or whatever, it is money in action. It is God in green jeans, as I say. And it walks and talks with each of us, and it is fully, fully used and expressed in the most trusting ways by the board and by the center. And I am grateful. I trust and I believe in this law of circulation of giving and receiving, and the more I give, the more I receive, which is the truth for all of us. And I let my word flow out into the world, out, creating this energy with every word and every breath I take. And I say, I release and I let go into this law, knowing all is resolved right here and now in this moment. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you so much for that. I want to offer my gratitude as well to our board members today, Jim and Helen, who are now about to go downstairs. But thank you for your service today. I want to thank Margaret Ann for setting up. I want to thank Pat and Susan, who are our greeters. I want to thank Nick, who's helping in the bookstore today, and Mark, who came in and cleaned on Thursday. So he's made a commitment to come in and clean every week. Isn't that nice?
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome. So Mark is, he's not here in the room today, but I'm grateful for him, for sure. I want to thank Carrie in the sound booth and Tony ensuring that we get out to the interwebs. And that's a joke. Nobody ever laughs when I say that. The interwebs, the internet. And I want to thank Heather and Mark, who are downstairs with the Dynamic Kids today. Yay! I want to thank Linda for the beautiful flowers. And, you know, I had forgotten to thank you last week, Linda. But thank you for the flowers this week and always. And thank you for your beautiful shop and for having the willingness to let us have flowers and share them with our entire community. And I want to thank our practitioner of the day for your brilliant consciousness and everything that you bring, your meditation, your treatment, your affirmation, and all your wise words, Mary Ellen Cassie. Thank you. I want to thank Pierre Gautreau and the entire band for what they bring. And I, of course, want to thank each and every one of you for being present here in this community, whether you're online, watching live online, or watching in the archive. I am grateful to every single person who calls this their community. Whether you are aware you call it your community or not, you are in community when you are here or when you're watching. So thank you all for what you bring to this center. It's really interesting that I've gone into this, that we talk about ruins and rubble first,
I
right?
know. As soon I went.
Yeah, I'm like, now Spirit is making sense.
Yep. We don't at this moment to anybody else in the room.
No, well, I'm going to explain.
It'll be-
So we were going to do a different benediction song today. And I just wasn't feeling it. We sang through it a couple times. I said, it's not working for me today. So I said, when was the last time we did Beautiful City? It was like just a few weeks ago, right? It felt like it needed to be sung today. So as we step into this final moment of benediction, which is really an understanding of gratitude, that's what benediction is all about. Step into that place in your own mind that is clear on gratitude in your own life and the expression of gratitude in all things. I know that together we are building a vision. This vision is a world that works for everyone. Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our night of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray reaching for the day. We can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men. It's right here in this moment, right in this moment, that I step into a deeper understanding, a deeper recognition of the one power, the one thing that's going on, God. God is all there is. That's it, nothing else. And God is fully, fully present right here and right now and expressing life by means of each and every one of us. Each of us a perfect, individualized point of light and life. That is God. And with this understanding, I know that the words I speak right here have power, for they are the words of God being spoken by means of me. And each and every one of us is having the thoughts of God on the individualized level. And these thoughts contribute to a greater expression of life, a greater expression of love, a greater expression of light. This is the beautiful city about which we sing. This beautiful city is a city that is universal. It is a city of love. I understand in every action, in every experience, love is at the center of all creation. And so I allow myself to be more fully embodied in this principle. And I trust and know that this is the truth for every single person here, every single person watching online. Love is present. Love is demonstrating. Love is the only energy. And this beautiful city is founded on this idea of love. That's it, and nothing else. And so for this, I give great gratitude. I stand firmly in full gratitude, allowing the feeling of gratitude to fully experience as me. And in gratitude, I simply release this word to that immutable law, knowing it is a done deal. It is complete. I know it is so. And together we say, and so it is. We may not reach the ending, but we can start slowly but truly mending, brick by brick, heart by heart. Now, maybe now, we'll start learning how we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men. When your trust is all but shattered, when your faith is all but killed, you can give up bitter and battered, or you can slowly start to build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but finally a city of men. A city of men. And so it is. Whew. Thank you so much. Let's finish out the day with God Makes Me Want to Sing. You can all stand and stretch and dance, and we will see you for fellowship after this song as well. God Makes Me Want to Sing is on page 15.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good I can do most anything. So I am loving every living thing. Everything, every living thing. I can see the face of God in paupers and kings. Paupers and kings. Well, we are all precious, no less or more. We've all got the same treasures in store, so I'm a-loving, oh, every living thing. Come on! I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Oh, it makes me feel so good I could do most anything, yeah. So I'm believing in my guiding light. In my light, in my guiding light. No matter what comes, it always turns out right. I just dig right down to how I feel, then I'll take a deeper breath and I grab the wheel. So I'm believing, oh, in my guiding light. Come on, I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Ooh, it makes me really want to sing. It makes me feel so good that I could do most anything, yeah. So I am rising to a higher place. To a higher place. With the wind at my back and a smile upon my face. Well, I'm living my dream a little more each day, and it keeps getting easier to find my way. So I'm rising to a higher place. Yeah, I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Makes me feel so good I could do most anything. Come on, y'all. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing.
God makes me wanna sing.
It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. Yeah, come on, one more time, everybody. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing.
And God makes Zach wanna sing.
I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. It makes me feel so good. I could do most